If there's going to be riots or commotion, it'll be because of the actions of our police force in this country that are beyond democratic control and are institutionally racist. So you can get one or two good coppers, but either the job changes them or they're forced to leave. This has been well documented by the Home Office over many years. Nothing has changed with the police force in this country or the police force in the United States of America. We know this is true because MZ Mohammed was killed 2 weeks ago in Liverpool by British police. We know this is true because a few days ago, a black youth was put in a spit hood because he was having a chat with his partner, who happened to be white, and so the police take that for an attempted robbery. People have all seen the video. As one of the video takers described it, they're treating him like a dog. And as her partner described it, you're racist, aren't you, when talking to the police? Because of course they are. And so it goes on. In Tottenham, you'd have thought they might have learned a lesson after Duggan, but only last year Jermaine Baker was killed in his car by the police. So we're marching today, and the actions taken by BLM UK activists, which is a broad-based group that takes a steer from the United States. There's some excellent actions that they took today, shutting down the motorway into Heathrow, in Nottingham and Birmingham, also actions. We applaud those actions, but we need to remember the lesson of the civil rights movement. It's when millions start to move that they really stand up and take notice. And that's what's been happening across Britain over the past 3 weeks. There's more media today because there were some arrests today. But up until this point, there have been no arrests. Up until this point, something like 50,000 people have marched across Britain and there have been no arrests. There have been no riots. That's probably why the press hasn't covered many of those protests and demonstrations. Anyway, they're here today to cover us, that's good. But we're here today to show the media and the people that they represent behind them, the elite of this country. But the idea that it's going to be business as usual is long gone. They hadn't already worked that one out from Brexit and the decay of their economic system. The new normal is instability. Get used to it, media and elite. And the black people are going to be part of that instability. In fact, we are the ones that are going to be leading the coming revolution, as Malcolm X described the scenario.
No! Justice! No! Justice! No! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? No! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? No! Justice! No! Justice! No! Just no peace! No racist police! No justice, no peace! No racist police! No justice, no peace! No racist police! No justice, no peace! No racist police!
My name's Khadija, and my cousin Shekubayo I'm from a family who's being victimised, and my cousin died in police custody in Scotland. You may not have heard about it because it was in Scotland, but the same things can happen there as well. And it was on the 3rd of May 2015 when the police had a phone call to say that there was a man on the street with a knife. The police went out, they saw my cousin, they assumed it was him who had the knife. There was no knife found on him. There has never been a knife found since, even though they scored the areas. At least 9 police were there, we believe. At least 9 police. We're still trying to get verification of everything. And basically, they apprehended him, and he never got up alive. What they did was they put him in police chains as if he was a slave and took him to the hospital, as if pretending that he'd attacked somebody, and if pretending he'd attacked them. He was already dead by then, but they never told the family that. We suspected something when the police went to his sister's house, where he'd been the night before for his niece's birthday party, and kept on giving them different stories, and they realized then that something was wrong. By the time they found out from the hospital that he died, it was like the middle of the afternoon, whereas he'd actually died in the morning. We are still trying to find out what happened. We are still trying to find out what happened. We're being told that The report from PERC, which is equivalent to the Independent Police Commission, is ongoing, and there is no end date to that. So guess what that means? We're going to have to be going on and on and on, waiting for an answer, because we've been told that there's going to be no end date to that. It took the equivalent of the Independent Police Commission in Scotland, which is called PERC, it took them over a month to get a statement from the police. If you've got nothing to hide, why would it take you over a month to give a statement? It took them over a month because basically the PERC didn't have any powers to get that statement from the police.
As the day of shutdown and the beginning of a renewed way of action and resistance.
Don't shoot! Hands up! 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 Don't shoot! Justice! No peace! No racist! Police! No 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 justice! No peace! No racist! No justice! No peace! No
Our streets! Whose streets? 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 Our streets! I can't breathe!
So say her name!
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 Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Perfect example.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Complain about no, but we can help you with a... I don't want to stop you here.
Move that back safely.
Yeah.
Hands up! Hands up!
Smile.
Yeah, but I don't want to stop you here.
Hands up!
It's fine. If you want to worry about it, I'll give her this number.
Really? Yeah, I will, yeah.
These can't turn it into a straight from it.
Don't shoot! Hands up! 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 Don't shoot! Who's streets? Who's streets? Are you not streets? Who's streets? No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
No justice! No peace! No justice!
Of your time. 10 minutes of your time. They don't care. They're killing us. They're killing us.